your questions for show. I'm just getting a few things prepared here. Let me know if you guys got any questions. We're gonna be talking about apps. I'm gonna be bringing it up on my screen, showing you how to get this done. Let's go here. All right, cool. Let me know when you guys got any questions. So if not, let's get right into it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. All right, so let's go from our office. Let's go into our iPhone. All right, here you go. Okay, cool. This is our little virtual iPhone. We're bringing our phone into your phone. And what we want to do today is we're going to talk about setup appointment for Acuity finalized. Absolutely. So, Law the Barber says I will have to set up an appointment to get Acuity finalized. Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, good, good. So we have a few questions here. Someone making app. Absolutely. Great, great. So we're getting some questions in here. So let me go over this first one here. Invite a friend. Okay. So this one's so I'm gonna get to you, Royal Studio Middletown. I'm gonna get to you. But let's go over. I want to start off with some Q&A. Let's go to Q&A. All right. We're gonna do question and answer. And let's go over this question here. The question says, how fast can someone make an app? This is pretty simple. You can make an app. We have a video that is a few hours. It's about 2-3 hours long. And what you can do is, so what we can do is, we do have a video that explains exactly how to create an app from beginning to end. So straight, from it's about 2-3 hours long. We can do that now. The other thing is there's several things. One, when there's going to be the creation process, you got to create the app. It has to get built, and then after it's built, it has to be published. Now the publishing process can take about 2 weeks. So it can take about 2 weeks to get it published, but it should take no less than 24 hours to get your app built. Now you will go to download the Effects app. You download our app, and then you can build it on your own. And if you download for, I forget who started asking this question. Was it Urban Star underscore JV? Urban Star underscore JV. Download. Have two devices right now. If you have two devices right now, I'm going to show you what app to download, how to create your account, how to get started with choosing a app. All right. So we're going to go over that right now today. All right. So we'll go over that. So again, you can build it right now on this live with us. I try to mention to people, just make sure you bring two devices, right? So let's bring up this other question. So this next question is, um, how do you do the invite a friends feature? Okay, that's a great question for those of you who are using the platform. You probably already seen this feature. It's called invite a friend. I'm going to show you guys exactly how that works. So I'm really excited. Oh man, I get so excited when you guys ask me a question that's particular to the platform. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Dr. Faden Style says if you don't have an app, get an app. Yes, but someone's asking about the invite a friend feature. We do have a feature where you can invite a friend, and it's a way for your customers to share with one another, and let's go from there. All right, so let's go back to, here we go. So first thing you're gonna do is, let me move my head out the way here. First thing you're gonna do is you are going to download this app right here. Let me get my little arrow. Boom, boom. There goes my little arrow. So this app right here. All right, here we go. So this app right here, this is the Effects app. Kind of looks like this guy right here. See that? It's got the white head with the blue beard. Go in the App Store. Look for this guy right there. The Effects apps logo come to life to teach you about it. So download this app right there. All right, this app right there. Um, Once you got that app downloaded, first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and launch that app. All right, so as soon as you launch it, it will say here, um, create your account. Let's get started with building your app. So what you're going to do is going to do like a double register. So you're going to register twice here. Let me move my head down a little bit because my hair is kind of getting cut off up there. There we go. There we go. Let me make my head a little smaller because my big head is in the way. I want you guys to see that. All right, cool. Anyway, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna create your account, and you are so that you can build your app. Now it's gonna be about a double registry. So let's talk about why that is and how that works. So again, if you guys got two devices, you'll be able to do this with me right now live. There's no need to set up an appointment. There's no need to pay $250 to get your app built. You literally could just do this by yourself. All right, so let's talk about that. So the first thing we're going to do is now that we're here, we're going to tap right here on login and sign up, and we're going to create an account. So here it goes. It says right here, it says create an account. Let's go full screen here so we can go the full right there. And if that is too big, let's go ahead and resize that. Well, that's fine. So there you go. So this is a live solution support session. All right, here we go. Here we go. So what we're going to do is right in here, we're going to go ahead and hit create an account. Right there, we're going to hit create an account. Boom. There it goes. Now, if you get an app, you're literally going to get this whole layout. People can give you their name, email, they create their password on your app. They can even upload their own photo here. So let's go in. This is my app, but you're going to use my app to create your app. So let's just come on here. We got to remember the name. So I'm going to put in here tester, and then my email. I got to remember this email. Let's say TES at test.com. So it's going to be TES at test.com. Let me go ahead and copy and paste that because I know that's going to be later. I'm going to need that. I'm going to make my password very simple. So this is the first register I'm going to do. I'm going to register here just to have an account on the app. And there you go. That let me in. So it's saying thank you for your registration. Okay. This is something that your customers will experience when they download your app. Right now we're working in my app. All right. So once you have the Effects app and you've created an account, what we're going to do now is we're going to start by registering again. Now we're going to register in the back office. So now we're going to hit create right here where it says create and edit your app. This is going to give you access to your back office where you can begin creating and editing your app if you have one. So let's go there. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on create and edit. And here it goes, is asking me to log in. Now I'm going to take my login here that I just created. I just created this login, and it should register it immediately. So let me go ahead and sign up with the same information. So this is the double registry. There you go. Let me put my APP 1 2 3 4 5 and do it again. APP 1 2 3 4 5. Sorry about that, guys. We're doing this live. If only you guys could see what we were doing to get you guys to see this live. But here you go. And there you go. Now we're in. So I had to do 2 registrations. And let me talk a little bit about that. So what you're doing is you're registering on the Effects app. And then you're registering on the effectsapps.com, a website within the app. That 2 registration is now going to link the 2 of your accounts together so that as you begin creating an app, you will then be able to see it within your app. Okay, so that might sound confusing, but the idea is download an app, build your app, and then preview your app within the same app. Mind blown, right? Download my app, the Effects app. Register for an account on the Effects app. Register. Does everybody understand? I hope you guys are fully understanding what's happening here. So let's go ahead and begin building. So I've registered once, then I registered again. Once I registered again, I'm going to begin building my app. So we'll call this the Barber. Now it's important that we see this because in a moment here, I'm going to do BB. So it's going to be the B Barber Test app. So it's the BB Barber Test app. I'm creating this live for you guys because I want you guys to see exactly how this works. Okay. So now once I created that BB Barber Test app, now I'm going to go ahead and right in here, I'm going to put the name of my app right here. And then right here, I'm going to hit create. This is super simple for you. Those of you guys who have never seen this done, this is happening live. Okay. So let me go ahead and hit create. So all I did here was tap right here on create, and now it's taking me into the back office to begin creating. Now it's going to give me several templates here. If I just scroll down to this area, you're going to see different templates. So I'm going to scroll down. If I just scroll down in this area, here you go. So there's barbershops, there's for hairstylists, there's one for a lawyer. And again, you can always start with a blank template if you like. Okay. But I'm not going to do that here. I'm just going to start with the barber template. All right. So I will be answering that question about how to use the invite a friend feature. I will do that in a second. What I'm going to do is I'm creating this app from scratch. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and talk about the invite a friend feature and how it works. All right. So let's go ahead and choose that template. So once you go to choose that template, after we choose it, says, are you sure? Because it's going to replace everything. You're going to say, okay. So we're going to go ahead and tap on okay. All right, that's loading. Boom, there you go. Now our app is done. It's basically done, right? So the initial template has been built. Okay. Now I just showed you guys. If you've been watching, you've been paying attention. I just started this live at 10:30. I did a little convo with the Memo. We had a Memoji meeting, me and Tariq, right? And the app is now basically built. Okay. Now this is a template, so obviously it has all of all the templated information. We're going to go in and change some of it, but it has all the templated information, all right? So now what we can now do, okay, in here, if I go in here and I scroll down, I can choose different layouts. So there are other layouts to choose from. You don't need to just do 5 buttons on the bottom. There's several different layouts to choose from. We have tons and tons of layouts. Okay, we have about 25 different layouts. All right, so which is a whole lot. All right, now I'm not going to choose a different layout. If I go to features here, if I go up here where it says features, and I tap on there, this is now going to allow me to see your pages. That's right here, your pages. It says your pages. Pages are the buttons. These are the different buttons that you're adding to your app. Okay. Now there's a book appointment button. Now I have a generic book appointment button. If I just click on book appointment, what's going to happen is it's going to now open up that button and allow me to see more information on that button. So now what I'm going to do is down here, I'm going to scroll down. And as I scroll down, this is where if you have images of your haircuts, you just hit this blue button and add images of your haircuts. Boom, done. and you'll have your own images added to the top of your app. All right. Now, if I keep scrolling down here, here is my book appointment button. You see, it says this is a button. It's a link button. It's a link. It's a button that takes me to a link. And what link is it taking me to? It's taking me to an Acuity Scheduling link, which is my Acuity Scheduling link. And I have that templated in there so you guys can see the functionality of it. Now, I want you guys to see this. These are all the different features that we have in the app. Now, let me keep going. What I want to do is I want to make something. I want to show you guys. I have these images here, right? I'm going to get rid of these images because this is what you're going to do. Right here, all you're going to do is hit these little X's right in here. All right, you hit this little X. All right, let's look at that. Let's get rid of this. Boom. We're going to get rid of these images. And when we get rid of these images, what we're going to do is we're going to add our own images. All right. Let me go ahead and add an image. All I got to do is hit this blue button. It's going to say, do you want to browse through your photo library? Now, this phone doesn't have a lot of images on it, but it has something on here. So it has like a waterfall from San Francisco. Let's use that. Now, I'm just showing you this as an example. Okay. When I upload this image from San Francisco, what I'm going to do is obviously simple. I'm just going to go ahead and tap on this image and then I'm going to hit done. And after doing that, it's now going to upload that image into my slider as an additional image that goes in there. So if I were to get rid of the other images, and I just want you guys to see this live. This is happening all live. I'm trying to get it. So I'm going to go ahead right here, whenever you want, when you're making changes, right up here is a blue button. You do want to hit save, right? You want to save. That's the worst, when you've been working for a while and it doesn't save your information. All right, so let's go ahead and save that. Boom. All right, there you go. And you see that it just fully loaded. Says it took that stuff into effect. All right, so there you go. Now we have our images there. We have this image. What I want to show you is that I added this image. Well, here's the thing. Basically, we are in a place where we've built our app. The template is already done. It's not exactly 100% done, but the template is the process the same for Android. Yes, the process is the same for Android. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm kind of stuck and trapped, which is a good thing. I'm trapped inside this create and edit window. This is all of the windows, right, for create and edit. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to hit this button down here where it says done. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and hit done. Boom. Now that I hit done, I'm back in the app, okay? But over here it says preview your app. Okay, let's see if this works. And there you go. Look at that. Hold on, let me take this full screen. Guys, I want you to realize what just happened. Okay, what just happened was I downloaded the Effects app. I created an account. I then hit the, not sign in, but I hit sign up. All right, let's go back to the office. So what I basically did was I downloaded the Effects app. I created an account. Then I went to create and edit, and I hit sign up, not sign in. When I hit sign up, I put the same information that I just used when creating my account on Effects apps. I put that same information in there. Put the same password in twice. What that did was it now linked my Effects app account with my effectsapps.com account. Now they're linked together, and I did that by myself, okay? Now what happens is when I go to preview the app, now because they're linked, I'm literally previewing my app inside of my app. Yes, this will be available for the next 24 hours. So if we go back, let's go back to the full screen here. I want you guys to see this. Remember, the reason why I named it the B Barber Test app, because I wanted you guys to see what that looks like. We are now, okay, look, we are now right here. If I hit this button, it's going to take me back to the app. We are still in the Effects app. Here's where I go to edit my app. Here's where I go to preview my app, the app that I'm creating, the app that I'm editing, to make sure that it works. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and hit preview your app. Boom. And this is the app that I literally just created right here on the live. I started this at like 10:35. Yeah, somebody said mine had four. Sometimes that happens if you guys are creating several apps, things like that. And if you have more than one and it really has nothing to do with you, or you want to get rid of them, just let us know. We can make sure that they're not attached to your email, because that's what happens if we can attach apps to emails, and so you'll see several of them there. And worst case scenario, you can refresh the app. Like if you hit the home button twice, like if I hit the home button twice, uh, right there, and then I just kind of throw it away, it will refresh the app, and then you'll only see yours. So now let's go ahead and preview that app. I wanna preview that app, see what it looks like. So what I'm gonna do is from here, now I'm simply gonna tap on the app. Let's tap the app. We can tap the app. Oh, there it goes. It's loading. And when it loads, you'll see that little red bar. That little red bar that came up initially, it said triple tap. If you triple tap this screen, if you tap it 3 times, like click, 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 right? You just tap on it 3 times. What it'll do is it'll leave the app because you're previewing it now. Now sometimes you want to leave. So let's go ahead and boom, it just left the app. Okay, so that's okay. I saw that I made a change. I went to create. Now that I'm all logged in, it's going to keep me logged in, and it's going to allow me to create and edit and make those changes. So I go back to create and edit. I'll make a change, then I'll hit done, and I go back to preview your app. Go back into the app, let it load again for me, and there you go. So it says triple tap to close. Now, as you see here, let me tap on my book button. If I tap on the book button, it now opens up, and there goes the images. Let's see if my image. So let's see, because I uploaded this right here in front of you guys. Let's see if the image that I uploaded, which was what? What was the image that I uploaded earlier? If you guys are paying attention, okay. I uploaded an image earlier. It was like San Francisco. What was it? I think it was a waterfall in San Francisco. I added that to the app, right? And so these are some of the images here. These are the templated images. So now there goes. So that's the image that I uploaded from Create and Edit. Right, somebody, yeah, so you guys are paying attention. Thank you guys so much for your attention. So I uploaded that image of the waterfall in the Create and Edit section, and now it is in my book appointment button as one of the slider images, okay? So I want you guys to see that all you need is the Effects app. That's all you need is the Effects app. You download that app, and then you're able to register for an account, create your online account, link those two together. Once you've linked those two together, you'll be able to create and edit your app and preview that app within the same app. It's just one app. It's all you need. All right. For these classes, you're going to need 2 devices, but one app. All right, cool. So as you can see here, I do have to hit this book button in order to see the book appointment. Now, I like it better like Instagram. When you go on Instagram and you launch the app, it immediately shows you the feed. You don't have to hit the home button to see the feed. I'm going to show you how you do that here. So what I'm going to do, because I'm trapped inside of the preview, I'm going to triple tap the screen. So let's tap, 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 triple tap. It takes me out of the preview. And then I'm going to hit the arrow button to the left, and I'm going to hit create and edit. It's going to take me back inside the editing button. Now, what I'm going to do here is from here, I'm going to go ahead and hit design. Okay. I'm going to hit design. All right. Here in design, this is going to allow me to edit my home page. All right. So what I like to do is when I scroll down here, I want you guys to see somewhere it says right here where it says homepage options, there's one here that says visible from all pages. Now I know it's kind of just a random words, but what that means is it's saying your first button of your app. Do you want it to be visible? Right now, as you can see, it's not checked off. So because it's not checked off, it's saying if you that you don't want it to be visible. And that's why when we went into the app, there you couldn't see the book appointment button. You had to hit the book appointment button for that page to open up. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click this button right here. All we got to do is check that off. And this is the reason why I'm doing these live feeds showing you exactly how to use it, because sometimes, you go, well, why isn't mine looking the same? And there you go. That's it. That's all I have to do is check that off. Once I check that off, I do like to go ahead and hit features, because what that does is it just kind of loads it, gives a little loading option, let it kind of save your progress. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and preview my app. I'm going to hit done right here. Then I'm going to hit preview your app. Then I'm going to tap on my app and I'm going to let that load. Boom, my app is loading. Hold up. Let's make sure that it took place. All right, boom. Let me just do this real quick. So I'm going to double check. And there's another thing I try to do all the time. You guys are watching this live. Again, if you guys have questions, I still have the invite. What does it icon mean with 3 people and 0? I'm the barber. I'm not sure what you mean. Will this be available for 24 hours? Yes. I mastered the app building thanks to my knowledge and Arizona. Yes, she's fantastic helping you guys out. All right, what I'm doing is, again, I check that button off, but look, it didn't take, okay? So let me go ahead and hit that. I think what I need to do here is I got to scroll down in this area. Oh, there it goes. So you see that earlier I checked this off and then I just left without hitting the red save button, because you got to scroll up in this area to see the save button. Well, you guys are seeing me kind of troubleshoot it as well. So I'm going to, now that I checked off, I hit design. I saw the homepage button. I checked that off, and then I'm going to hit the red button. So once I hit that, you see that loading. Now it's taking effect. And it gives you that green bar right there, option saved. All right, so that option saved. Let me go back and preview my app. Done. Preview your app. BB Barber Test. Boom. Once that loads, there you go. So you see how I'm not seeing the razors anymore. When I launched the app, it took me right to the book appointment page. And this is very important because you want people to get that information right there. Oh, I love this question. So let's go back to Q&A real quick, because we did have a question earlier. Somebody says, how much is it to sign up and create an app? That's October Glory Hair. How much is it to sign up and create an app? Here's the best part. It's 100% absolutely free. Now, you have to do it on your own, but it's free. If you download the Effects app and you create an account, we don't even do 14, guys, we're not doing 14-day trials. We're not doing 30-day trials. We're doing 45-day trials, because we know that it's a new system. It may take you a little while to get used to it. So we're just making it so that you guys can utilize it, play with it, show your business partner, whoever it is, show the barbers, all of you guys download the app and you'll be able to preview it live. Put your booking system in there, troubleshoot that, all of that, and you don't have to move forward until you're ready to go. All right. So I hope that answers your question. How much is it to sign up and create an app? The answer is zero. 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 It's $0. Okay. You go to the App Store, you download the app. When you have a moment, could you show the review feature? Yes, I'm doing some of that right now. Okay. Now I will tell you, the barber surgeon, if you already have an app, we constantly add new features. So if a feature is not working on your app, look at it on the Effects app, because the Effects app stays at the latest version of what we have. And so if it works there, you may just need it to republish your app. So let me go over, I'm going to go over these two, but the question that we had here was, uh, how do, how does the invite a friend feature work? I want to go over that right now. So let me show you guys that. All right, so we have this feature. It's called invite a friend. It's the invite a friend feature. And what it does is, guys, it works with, let's go back to our app. Boom. So this is our app. So we have our book appointments, right? Then we have down here, we have a loyalty card button. Okay, it's a loyalty card button. Now, in order for people to get a loyalty card stamp, you need to give them a loyalty card stamp. So what we have is, we have this option, which is an invite a friend feature. Now, so if this guy is still listening, in order to republish the app, you do got to get with us, because it's a process. I could do a live on that, and it would be super confusing. But we normally take care of that. You do need a developer account with Apple, but we'll talk a little more about that. Let me talk about this invite a friend feature. So, okay, Royal Studios, great, you're here. So, what it is, Royal Studios, and for everyone else who's listening, the invite a friend feature works with it works in tangent with the loyalty card. That's actually how it works. It works together with the loyalty card. So this app right here has a loyalty card, which I haven't set up yet, okay? But it does have a loyalty card. So the way it works is, let's do this. We're gonna go to create and edit. So I'm gonna triple tap my app screen. It's gonna leave the app, right? And then I'm going to go back. I'm going to hit the back button. Whoa, my head's in the way. Oh, let me move my head right there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That arrow's getting close to my head. Whoa. So we're going to hit this arrow button right here. All right. Boom. And that's going to take us back. For those of you who are having a little issue with that. All right, cool. So then I'm going to hit create and edit. So when I hit create and edit, I'm now going to edit my app. All right. Now, right here, what I want you guys to see is there's two things happening here. Up here are the pages that are in my app. Now, again, I'm doing all of this from a mobile device. You can do this from a computer, and you will get more screen real estate to see, like, some of these icons actually have words, but you can't see the words because it's on a mobile device, and it's compacting it for screen real estate. But what you will see up here, this up here says your pages, and down here it says app pages. So down here are more features that you can add to your app. Down here are the features that are added to your app. So this one we have more than two. You only see two, but it's because of the screen real estate. Well, all you need to do is hit this little button right here, this little greater than symbol right there. If you hit that, what it's going to do is going to crawl through all of your other options that you have. So if you see here, when I hit this button here, it moved over. There goes my loyalty card. Okay. And if I hit it again, it'll show me more features and then the last feature that I have, which is my account. Okay. So the way the invite a friend feature works is, if I go over here to my, it's going to start, it actually starts with the loyalty card. So if I go to loyalty card, I'm going to go to loyalty card. I'm going to open that up. All I did was click on it, and you might have to double tap it if you're on your phone to get it to open up. Now now we're looking at the page settings of the loyalty card. You see how it's blue and this one's grayed out? Because we're not choosing the discount and we are choosing the loyalty card, okay? So now if I scroll down in this area, you're going to see all the options that the loyalty card brings you, okay? So again, the invite a friend feature, that's what I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about the loyalty card feature, but they work together. And I'm going to explain that in a moment. But what we're going to do is we're going to add a loyalty card. Right now, we have the loyalty card feature there, but we haven't added a loyalty card to the feature. So let's do this here. Here, we're going to, these are all the different options up here. I just clicked on the employee section and how to stamp it. Let's go ahead and click this one here. This is the card feature. So we're going to add a loyalty card, and then we'll hit the blue plus button here. All right. And now we're going to name the loyalty card. Now, they're not going to see this name, so it doesn't matter. We'll call it the Royal Loyal. All right, we're going to call that the Royal Loyal. Now we're going to give this loyalty card a certain amount of points. So what I'm going to do for this example is I'm just going to do 10 points. Okay, I'm going to say 10 points for every haircut received. Now this loyalty card is completely customizable. That means if you want to make a loyalty card that says when you get 800 points, you get a free haircut. For every haircut you get 10 points. Or for every dollar you spend, you get 2 points. So if you spend $400, you get a free haircut. You can do this however you want. To make it simple for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm going to say we're going to do the Royal Loyal card is 10 points, and you get a 1 point equals a haircut. All right. Now, we can also make it so that this can be used only once. So when they use it once, it goes away. We can also put terms and conditions down here. So that's really phenomenal because you can say, hey, this is right here in the terms and conditions. You can say loyalty stamps are only given to people who book appointments. All right. So basically, no walk-ins can get, or you could not put that there. Okay. I'm just going to put it there just for the purposes of this tutorial. So let me go ahead and hit save. So now what I have is a loyalty card that has 10 stamps. All right. There it goes. And it says my current loyalty card is this one. So now I have this loyalty card, but I need to add a reward to it. So again, we're still talking about the invite a friend feature. We're just building up our loyalty card so that they work together. All right. So now right here, I'm going to give a GIF. Right. So here's the reward. So for reward, I'm going to hit the plus button here. And I'm going to name this reward. So let's say this is a free haircut. Free haircut. All right. And number of points you need to redeem this reward. You're going to need 10 points. Now, here's another great feature that we offer with the points. So let's say somebody does get 10 haircuts, and now they can get a free haircut. You can make that stamp. You can make that loyalty gift expire within 14 days or 30 days. So what we're going to do here, just for the reasons of this video, we're going to say it expires in 14 days. And then a description. You can say, here's where you can put some more terms and conditions. I'm just going to say free haircut. All right. And then I'm going to, now that I've added all my info, now this right here, this blue button is where you can add your logo so that it just constantly, you're just constantly branding yourself. All right. So let's go ahead and hit the save button here. So now not only do I have a loyalty card, I have a reward that goes along with the loyalty card. All right. And then the last thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to make sure that once this is done, you see this little check mark right here. We have to click that check mark because what happens is we create the loyalty card. Then we create the reward that goes with the loyalty card. Now we had to activate the reward because if you wanted, you could make 5 or 10 different rewards. And once they were all there, you can say, hey, we're only doing this reward this month. So I'm going to come to the back office here and I'm going to check that. You see, it says enable reward. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and check that off. Once I check that off, now that reward will be in my app. All right. So now the next thing I need to do is I need to give a validation to that. Okay. So I need to say that when that customer comes into my shop, he's going to say, I got a loyalty card. They're going to say, what's this about? I'm going to say, well, just give me your phone. I'm going to give you a stamp. Excuse me. So that stamp, there has to be a 4-digit PIN associated with that. So that's right here. We use this button to create the loyalty card. We use this button to create the reward. And this button is going to create our PIN. So let's go ahead and click right there. So when we click on that, it's going to load up and it's going to say employees because you can give every one of your barbers a different code for the loyalty card so that each of them can stamp you can see it in the back office. You can see who gave who a loyalty stamp. So let's go ahead and hit the plus button here. So I hit the plus button. I'm going to just name it here. I'm going to name it test. Now also right here, I want you to notice it's saying add the employee name. Well, this one's already done. So let's just put, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this name here, the name. Right below that, I'm going to put the PIN number. Okay. So I'm going to make the PIN very easy for purposes of this video. Again, I'm going to make it 1234. Okay. So that's the PIN. So now what I've done is I created a loyalty card, I created a reward, and I created a PIN. Now, here's the other interesting part. Right here, when I created that, there's this little icon. If we could zoom into that, we can't. Let me go full screen here, so you can see that a little bit better. You'll see right here. There's this little thing. It looks like a little barcode. That is actually the QR code that you can download right here. Now, what that means is that when your customers come in and you want to stamp their loyalty card, you can do it by pressing. You can type it on there, or you can scan a QR code to give them points. So you can do it by typing in the number, or you can scan the points. So let's go ahead and hit that. There you go. Now that we have this loyalty card all set up, what we're going, there goes. You see that? It's actually showing me the QR code. So if I just, I don't think I can save image. Boom. If I just save that image, now that image is in my phone. All right. So there you go. Now that image is in my phone. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hit done. And I'm going to get out of here. I think I got to, let me reset that. Let me relaunch that because we're kind of stuck in this place. We were able to watch these live feeds and hopefully Apple developer account is only 100. Okay, we're back. We are back live. So we ran out of time. We ran out of time right there. Thank you guys for joining. Sorry about that. We ran out of time on Instagram. I was just in the zone, just showing y'all exactly what to do. Royal Studios, thanks for joining again. Listen, I wanna show you if you're still paying attention. Sorry about that, guys. Um, we went for the full hour. That was quick. Um, so what I want to show you guys now is again. I hope that answered your question about what do we need to do in order to be able to get your app published so that your customers can download it. All right. All right. So here we go. Let's go back here. Hmm. Yes, it did. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining the live. So the last thing I want to show you guys here, and I want to make sure that you guys get it, is if we go, here's our loyalty card. Okay. So I want you to imagine your customers come in, they've downloaded your app. Okay. This is what they download your app and they launch it. Here's what they see. Okay. They're going to see, obviously they're going to see your info, but they're going to see your images here, right? A little grid of your images. Up here, they're going to see these full shots of your images they can slide through. They can hit book appointment and book an appointment with you, okay? And I want you to understand, all these icons down here, everything is customizable in the back office. We can customize all of it, all right? Now, so you tell them, hey, download my app. I want to give you a stamp on your loyalty card for getting a haircut with me today. So what they're going to do is they're now going to hit this loyalty card button. Now, when they hit this loyalty card button, they're going to be introduced to this page. And they're going to say, okay, now what do I do? You say, well, go ahead and stamp your loyalty card. They're going to click on stamp. And right there is going to ask them to put in the 4-digit PIN. Now, if you guys remembered, how long is the process of developing the app to publish ready to go? Well, as you see, we already did the app during this live. It took about an hour. So you can either watch this video and do it yourself, or we have an option. If you just send us a DM, we have an option where we will do the building for you. Okay? So we can build it for you, October Glory Hair. We'll build it for you. And you do have to bring your own booking system to the table. Now, if it's just you by yourself, we can include, so I want you guys to know this, we can include Acuity Scheduling with your booking system, but if it's only one person, okay? So if you have your online booking, again, we could have your app built in 24 hours, and once you have your developer account, it takes about a week for Apple to approve it. And a lot of times that happens even sooner. So by next Friday, your app could be in the App Store. And again, your app doesn't have to be 100% ready. You got to understand, people are not downloading your app until you tell them to. So what we try to do is make sure people are there. I can't get into the account I made. Okay, so if you can't get into your account, just send us a DM. All right, and we will go ahead and DM us right now. We'll reset your password. Okay. Send us your email that you created with our account. And Adi, you got that? Okay, cool. So yeah, just DM us your email and we will reset your password right now and you'll be able to get in no problem. All right. So earlier we created this loyalty card and we created a validation pin. The validation pin, so basically the customer came in and they say, hey man, thanks for the help. You're like, all right, download my app. They hit the stamp button and they hand you the phone. Now you take the phone from them and you put in the pin. Now we made the pin very easy. 1, 2, 3. And once I hit this 4, what it's going to do is actually going to so yeah, the barber surgeon action. If we get the Apple developer, yes, you actually need the Apple developer account um to republish. So every time you publish an app, it has to be done on a developer account and it has to be approved. Okay, in order for it to go to that approval process, right? It used to be we used to put it through that approval process on our developer account. We can't do that anymore. But if you get your own, just like I showed the young lady earlier, get your own developer account, hit us up, we can republish your app. All right. So on this loyalty card, I'm getting I typed in right here, the customer handed you the phone, you typed in 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Where once we right here you see we have 1, 2, 3 digits in. Once we put in the fourth one, they're going to get a stamp on their loyalty card. Now, the other option here, if you can see, this option right here says scan QR code. So that QR code that we downloaded earlier, if the customer goes to stamp, they can just hit this stamp. If they hit this scan QR code, they'll just tap this and their camera will come up. And then you just scan that code and that actually gives them a stamp on your loyalty card. Now, what you can do is behind your register, you can have this QR code so you're not constantly typing in the number, and then they'll just scan that QR code right there. Boom. So let's go ahead and hit the last digit, 4. If we hit 4, you'll see, voila, they got their stamp. So up here, let me move my head to the side a little bit. Right there, you see this one's gray, right? This one's gray, this one's brown. This one's brown because they got a stamp. This one's gray because they don't have a stamp. So once they all turn brown, then this right here, this coupon will activate. Now, as you can see, this coupon is gray right now. And it's gray for a reason, because they're not allowed to redeem this free haircut. If you tap on it, it doesn't do anything, okay? But once they have all their points, this is now going to be an active button that they can press. Okay, so I explained all of that. Now let's go to the invite a friend feature. So now that you understand how the loyalty card works, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to create and edit. And I'm going to go to create and edit. Boom. And here goes my app. So if I get this screen, all I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and tap on manage, the blue button here, not the red one, right? I'll hit manage. And what this is doing is it's getting me into the back office of my app. Your customers won't have access to this section. Only you will. So let's go now to features. I'm going to add the invite a friend feature. I'm going to go right here to features. All right, now I'm in the feature section. Now, the invite a friend feature, I'm going to go ahead and hit this little arrow greater than. I don't have the invite a friend feature in my app yet. So I can add it down here. So if I start scrolling in this area, you're going to see all the different options and features that we have to offer. Okay. We have the discounts. We have an image gallery where you can upload. We have a whole bunch of features. Okay. We have push notifications. We have reviews. We have a scratch card. We have, and we're going to be going over these every Tuesday. So one of the features that we have that they were asking about was the invite a friend feature. Let's go there. All right, here it goes. So the invite a friend feature looks like this. It looks like the little person with the plus button. Now this is going to work together with our loyalty card. This is why I had to kind of explain to you how the loyalty card worked, because I want you to know that the invite a friend feature works together with the loyalty card. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on this person with the plus button there. All right. You tap on that. What that's now doing, it's not adding the invite a friend feature to my app. Okay. So it's saying I need an update. Okay. So if you ever get this error, I'll just walk through this one time. And so right there, I'm going to click on. Right here, we can say, this is what your customer, the message that's going to go here is the message that your customer is going to send to their friend who they're referring. Okay. So let's say we say like a Uber Eats type thing, right? Like if you send me your Uber Eats code, I get $10 off, and then you get $10 too. That's what this is doing. So you can say, uh, uh, you can say, get a cut with my barber. Let's see, he's fire, right? You can put whatever you want here. Now here it says the credit. So here's what I want you to see, guys. Look at this. Look at this. I hope you guys can you guys see this clearly? I know the. Let me bring it full screen. Let me bring this up. You got to see this. So what this is saying is that your customer can get. Let me know if you guys can read this. Read right here. All good, right? It says credit points for receiver, credit points for sender. Okay? So what you're saying is the person who receives this text message is going to download this app. How many points does he get when he downloads your app, puts the code in to get points on his loyalty card? So I want you to imagine this real quick. So I'm your customer, right? And then I get a haircut from you. You give me a nice clean bald shave and you shape up my beard real nice, right? So then I go and you give me a stamp on my loyalty card, right? When you give me a stamp on my loyalty card, I now have 1 point, but I want to get 10. The only way I'm going to get another point is if I get another haircut. But there's one other option. I can share it. So I go into my app with my 1 point. I go to the invite a friend feature. Then I hit the share button and I text your app to my friend, this guy. All right. So then I get the app. Now I just got a text from my cousin who doesn't wear a hat. And now, boom, I got the text message, right? So I get this text message that says, download my barber's app. He's fire, right? So when I'm doing this, let me. My hair's kind of get cut off here. I gotta fix my hat here. Oh, there you go. All right, cool. So now my friend just texted me this. I look at my phone. I download your app. I log in and I put in his pin. Now I got a point and he got a point. We both got points. When I text it to you, when that person uses it, when I text it to my cousin with the hat, when I get it, I'm gonna have to download the app, log in, create an account, put my pin in, then I get a point and I get a point. I'm just messing around with this, right? So that's how the loyalty card works. So let's go back and show you what that looks like for the end user. So I'm gonna give, and again, you can add more points. So if you, let's say here, the person who receives it gets 1 point, but the person who sends it gets 2 points. Again, it doesn't matter. You can make it so that the person who sends it gets 0 points. You can make it so that the sender gets 1 point, but the person who sent it gets zero. This is completely customizable as to what it is that you want. So I'm going to now go ahead and hit submit. All right, now my invite a friend feature has now been added and is fully functional on my app. So let's go ahead and take a look at, and again, I can do list view. I like the card view. We can enable certain things. So we'll enable the share icon. Let's go. Yeah, matter of fact, let's look at these settings real quick because this is basically the different options that you want people to be able to share. Do you want them to be able to invite a friend via email? Do you want them to be able to invite a friend with the share button? That's good because the share button also brings up texting. You can enable credit points feature so that they can get points with it. And then you can link it to a specific to a specific feature, like what we have here, the progressive loyalty card. So that loyalty card that we created earlier is the progressive one. So it's going to add a point to it. Okay. And then it says points for who? Who's getting these points? And we're going to say the sender and the receiver both get points. So this is how the invite a friend feature works. Now, again, you can put more text in here. Um, must book appointment through app. This is truly customizable, guys. I want you guys to understand it. It's truly customizable. So let's go here and then how it works. Uh, get a stamp for every haircut. Now, for those of you who already have an app, um, this is where you want to put your iOS URL and your Android URL. Now, this is important because when the customer sends the text to someone, it's going to say download the app. Well, how do they download the app if they don't have the link? Here, again, what we're going to do, let me show you this on the top. When you go to your invite a friend feature, down here you're going to have different settings, okay? Different settings. When you go into settings, this is where you go to create the invite a friend feature. This is where you go to fix the settings of it. When you go into invite a friend, then you hit this little gear, this gear, right? Because that's what it's all about the gears. We'll scroll down to the bottom here, all the way down to the bottom, and we will put our iOS link, which you get from the App Store, and our Android link. If you have a universal link, you can put the universal link in both of them. All right. And then I'm just going to go ahead and hit submit. Now let's look at what the invite a friend feature looks like on the app. Now that again, we are creating this live and previewing it live. So let's go ahead and hit done. We're going to hit the done button down here. That's going to leave the app and take us back to the Effects app. Let me go ahead and bring up the full screen of our app. So once I hit done, I'm going to go ahead and back to preview your app. Again, I'm building and previewing, building and previewing. I built my app and now I'm previewing my app right here within the same app. I built my app and then I previewed my app all on the same app. All right, so here it goes. Now, you'll see down here, I have more. I have this more option. It's 3 little buttons. So when I hit that more button, I'm going to have, here goes my invite a friend feature. It's in my more section, okay? So now I'm going to go ahead and just tap on invite a friend. So now what's happening is, you see this, you see how I added the waterfall? That's where your logo would be. That's where your branding would be, okay? Now, here's all the different ways that I can share your app with people, okay? I can share it through WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I can email it to people. And I can also hit this. If I hit the blue button here, it's now going to give me options to copy it, okay? So I can copy it and send the link there. And also, I should be getting... There it goes. So, well, anyway, point is, let's see what that looks like when I do it through mail. So what that's going to do is it's going to bring up... Well, some of these apps are not in this virtual phone. But basically, that's what it is. Like, it should, right here, it should give me the option of the texting it so that I can text it to a friend. Now, what will happen is my friend will receive a text message with this code in it. This is my code, right? This is that customer that I showed you earlier. This is his code. So his code now for your app is 81390. What he's going to do is text his code to someone, right? Now, what's going to happen is that new friend who got the text message, they download your app. They're going to now come here and go to invite a friend, because let's say they just received this code. They'll now say right here, what the cousin does, they tap right here where it says, I have a referral code. They click on that. Okay. And then what they're going to do is they're going to tap right here and they're going to enter that referral code. And the referral code 81937, let's just say that's what the code is. So now that customer shared your app, the other person downloaded it, and they're typing in their friend or their cousin's code. Then they'll click on apply. Now, of course, this code doesn't actually exist, but this is where, once they do that, what will happen is that customer will now go to their loyalty card and have 2 points instead of 1 because they shared it. So that's how the invite a friend feature works. I hope that answers your questions. Let's finish this out real quick. Does anybody else have any other questions? We talked about a lot. We've been on here for about 2 hours. The last question was, after the 30-day trial, how much does it cost? And we talked about that. It's $45 a month or $95 a month. So Royal Studio Middletown, I hope that helped you out, because I know you guys already have an app, but that's how you add the app to it. Yeah, so if you guys want, when you go to, if you guys got any questions, this is the time to ask your questions. I will bring up, put your questions right there in the comment section. We'll add them here to the live feed. So let me go here. If you go to our website, again, it's effects.com. You hit the link in our bio, go to effects.com, okay? Download this app. When you scroll down here, or you can simply hit the three little lines right here on our website. And move my head out the way. You hit the three little lines right here. Let me know if you guys got any questions here. And then you hit the three little lines right there, and it opens up. When it opens up, you can come down here to pricing, and our pricing is listed on our website. All right. We have the starter member, the supreme member, and for those of you who don't want to do a subscription, we do have an option to do a one-time payment as well. All right. So I hope that that answers that question. Any other questions in the chat? Any other? Can I link my social media pages through the app? Absolutely, absolutely. That's most people have that. I think I have. Let me show you October Glory here. Let me show you an example of Tyreek Jackson. So on here, this is the Tyreek Jackson app right here, or Tyreek's Barbershops app. Let me bring this full screen. So in the Tyreek's barbershop app, he has several barbers listed. So what's cool is right here, the fadeologist, he's by himself in his shop. So for him, it's just one person. But here in the sharper image, it's more than one. So I'll show you what that. I'm going to go to sharper image first. So let's go ahead and launch the sharper image app. Again, all the branding is his. You do not have an effects app. You have your own app. This is his branding, his situation, okay? So now, I'm going to scroll through this app. As you can see, the first barber here is Josh, okay? Then you got Mike. Then you got Rayshawn. Then you got Elias. As you can see, if you don't know who these guys are, and then there goes Tyreek. So I know Tyreek, but let's say Tyreek is busy, right? And I seen this guy right here. Let's say I seen this guy at the shop before, Deshaun. So I've seen Deshaun at the shop before, but I'm not sure how he cuts. So you ask, can we put our social media? Yes. Right below Sean's name, it says at Deshaun Neville. It's his Instagram. Okay. Let me pull it up a little bit more so you guys can see it pretty good. So this is Deshaun. Deshaun's Instagram is listed right below his photo. Okay. So now if I hit Deshaun, his social media is going to open up. His Instagram page is going to open up. So now I want you guys to see this because you see down here where it says done. I know the comments and stuff are in the way. But right here where it says done, I did not bounce out the app and go to the Instagram app. I'm still inside of the Sharper Image Barbershop app. Okay, you see up here, you see the branding. It's all still Sharper Image. But what I'm looking at is a live feed of Deshaun Neville's Instagram page inside of the Sharper Image Barbershop app. So this is what your customers should be experiencing. Okay? So now, if I've been to the shop before, I've gotten a haircut, but then the barber I want to go with is not available, I can literally hit his Instagram. I could even DM him through Instagram through the Sharper Image Barbershop app. You understand what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying because you actually could just log right into the app within the app. Okay? And what we're doing is here, now I'm going, okay, no, this guy's sharp. This is the guy I want. Let me now go ahead. I'm going to leave the app and I'm going to go ahead and book an appointment with Deshaun. Now, the system that Tyreek is using, because again, you bring your own booking system to the page. He's using Acuity Scheduling, which matches his branding. He's got red, he's got the light grays, he's got the whites, right? So let's say I choose this haircut, $45 a month. I'm going to go ahead and add my beard service. And they're not opening till next month, so let's say I do May at $245. I'm going to go ahead and hit continue. What Tyreek has added to his app, because he's using Acuity Scheduling, he actually has added the COVID waiver form. So what he's doing is, let's say I'm a customer. I'm booking an appointment with Deshaun. My name's going to be John Appleseed, right? That's something Steve Jobs used to use all the time. 215-555-1212. Email is test@gmail.com, right? So I got this fake email. So I'm now booking my appointment with him. But here's the thing. I can't book this appointment unless I fill out this COVID-19 Corona waiver. Okay? You guys see that? Let's go full screen. So there's several things that I got, and this is all happening within the app. I haven't left the app. I haven't gone over to Safari to book the appointment. None of that. I'm still within the Tyreek Jack, the Sharper Image Barbershop app. So I have to agree to all of these terms, right? I had to agree to all of these terms. No, excuse me. Not only that, not only do I have to agree to all these terms, I also, Tyreek has made it so that you're not able to book an appointment unless you make a payment. When I go to book this appointment, I have to make a payment. So okay, let's go ahead and book this appointment. I had to hit the pay now button. I click on pay now. What it's doing is it's saying you gotta make a payment through PayPal. Now I can use my PayPal account, but something that's really important is even though the money's going to Tyreek's PayPal account, you can see here it says pay with debit or credit card. Okay? So really the customer can just hit pay with debit or credit card because they don't have a PayPal, and then they can pay with their debit or credit card. Okay? Because I'm not able to book this appointment unless I fill out the COVID form. And not only fill out the COVID form, I need to pay a deposit for my haircut. Okay? You guys like that? For those of you who are watching, how's that look, right? Not only do I got to fill out a COVID form, which relieves you of liability, it also puts you in a position where people have to pay to book an appointment. All right? So Royal Studio Middletown says, I can't see the iOS Android URL when I go to promote. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. If you could send me Royal Studio Middleton, if you could send me a screenshot of that in the DMs right now, I'll take a look at it. It'll give me a little more context to what you're saying. I'm not sure if you're saying you don't know where to put the URL in the back office of the invite a friend feature, or you're not seeing something else. I think that's what you meant. If that's what you meant, I can show you. Okay, so somebody says, what if I had a YouTube page? Absolutely. Absolutely. You can add your YouTube page to your app. Okay? There's several ways to do that. It's not there. I'm not sure what you're saying is not there. I'm not sure what you mean. You're saying your app is not in the App Store? I'm not sure what you mean. It's not there. So yeah, anyway, yeah, absolutely. Hit me up. I'll